What's up, guys? My name's Adrian, and we're finally back. Like, it feels like it's been a while. We're finally back, season 7. This is one of these animes that have been going on what feels like forever. Now, this is episode 1. I think we're all aware of what happens on episode 1 when it comes to My Hero Academia. It's basically a recap as to like what has happened in the past 6 seasons, which is fantastic for me right now because this is the first time I actually need some refreshing. The past 6 seasons I watched back to back, so I didn't really need refreshing, but this is the first one of where I had a significant amount of time away from the series. And also, since this is the first episode of the season, the full-length reaction will be on Patreon. But without further ado, let's get straight on to it. Make sure with the original content, as always. 3, 2, 1, and go.
The end is approaching.
Oh, that's always good.
This battle has been raging for far too long.
Right!
I think we got everyone's powers.
Why do you resist me?
Because what you're doing is wrong! I refuse to stand by
All
and
for
watch
one.
as you corrupt everything around us!
Do these sound different?
Do you even remember how many innocents you've toyed with?
No,
Before you
it's a lot.
abandoned them?
Ah, do try to be careful. You're a pitiful hypocrite. But I still love you. I hope you know that.
Do you?
I refuse to become the man you want me to be.
But you should have been there. You should have seen them fall. All of them. It's like the world from the comic we read together back when we were young.
Except you gave up and only read through Volume 3. Don't you know? The villain always loses in the end.
Well, it depends. Does the villain think he is the villain, or does he think he's the hero of his own story?
I believe it's time you finally bend to my cause. I've found a meta power for you. Even your pathetic body can utilize it.
I bet All For One regrets this so much.
I'm sure that One For All's final successor is you, Izuku Midoriya.
No pressure.
This is your choice. Do you want to accept my awesome power or not?
Dang, all the way back to season 1.
I swear I'll draw out One For All's full potential. And then...
It's almost like the Avatar. I said this before. Are we using a similar... Isn't this the first one? Wonder why. It's interesting. We're in... Yeah, well, we're in season 7. Dun, dun, dun. Here we go. Ah, butterflies. Like Shigaraki.
Kill you, damn it. You will suffer. All of you. Why do people get to decide that some violent acts are heroic and others are villainous?
Depends on who attacks first.
You think you're the symbol
That was an
of
awesome fight.
peace? You're just another government-sponsored instrument of violence.
Now for a lesson. You may have heard these words before. Go beyond!
Plus Ultra. That's an awesome sequence.
All might!
Okay, so Dobby's there and Mr. Gecko.
You want to recruit me to build up your little group
Ah.
again. And what's your mission?
Stain.
I like to destroy anything that pisses me off. Like this little brat here.
Turns out, you're the type of person I hate most in this world.
Understandable.
You won't accomplish anything if you don't have conviction and desire.
What do you think you're doing? If you touch this palm, I'll kill you. If I had to choose a desire, though, yeah, it'd be killing All Might.
But why? Why? I mean, I know why, but...
It allowed its user to take quirks from others, and the user could keep the quirks for himself or give them to someone else.
What
The
a
man named All
OP
For
power.
One stole quirks from others, then used that power to spread his influence across the country. This evil man had a quirkless younger brother. All For One transferred a quirk to his sibling. Even though everyone thought he was quirkless, turns out the brother did have a quirk. He had a useless power that only allowed him to pass on quirks, and that is how One For All came to be.
The hero killer's the one really pissing me off right now.
Oh, he could just kill him right away.
No one's even giving me a second thought.
Nope.
Why is that?
Because of his ideals.
I don't agree with the hero killer either, but I can understand him. At least sort of. He's a maniac, but he doesn't destroy things just because it sounds fun. He held true to his beliefs.
Yeah, I mean,
the
it's true.
difference.
What was I worrying about so much? It's simple. He's why these morons are able to smile thoughtlessly. Now your ideals and convictions will become a stepping stone for me.
Deku?
Yeah.
Is this a friend of yours?
No, he's legit choking him out.
Sorry about that. If you try following me, I'll get angry.
It's non-conspicuous black hoodie.
There is only one man I'll let kill me. The true hero among you fakes. All Might is worthy.
Oh, Stain. Stain helped All Might too when he was at his lowest.
All Might's fault.
Eventually, it was my turn, and I managed to defeat All for One. At least that's what I thought.
We should have burned his body.
The entire purpose of One for All is to defeat All for One. As its holder, you may one day have to fight against this great evil yourself.
I'm surprised that Deku has kind of become stronger than All Might, just because of his multiple abilities he can use now.
Do you ever have times when you can't save all the people that you want to?
Yes, I do. But that's all the more reason to stand tall and smile. A flicker in people's hearts, whether they be a hero or a villain.
Whatever happens, I can't forget who I am.
But all that is shifting thanks to Dobby.
I promise everything will be okay.
This one was cool too.
I'm going to save you, Koda!
But first, a little torment. Show me your blood!
I do find it crazy of how this fight went, and compared to the fight Deku had with him in season 6, and completely wiped the floor with him in season 6.
You're no hero, you're just a fraud, and you'll die that way!
Try to be David.
I killed your parents because I wanted to hurt someone, and those two tried to stop me. What happened was the result of all of us doing our best.
One for all! 100%!
Wait, there's something different about him.
So satisfying.
No way. It can't be. I was at 100%. The same as All Might's power.
Dun, 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 dun.
What am I supposed to do now? I
I
need more
completely forgot
time
how
to
he beat
think.
him. Was it his eye
Remember
thing?
what I told you earlier? We've just been playing around.
I would say run away, but he's also fast.
I have no choice but to fight him right here.
I'm over here thinking like I don't know what the outcome is.
Your punch didn't hurt him earlier, remember? Besides, both your arms are busted up.
More the right arm. Goodness gracious.
Detroit!
With his bad arm too.
Koda! Run!
Boy, start running.
Still looking after him.
Did Koda even start running?
What the? Is that water?
Stop!
Hold on there, Kay. I'll kill you after I'm done with... Crap, I was distracted.
You won't lay a
Oh,
hand
360.
on 1 for all! 1,000,000%!
1 million. And Koda became his #1 fan after that.
My hero.
Midoriya never really looks that fit in his actual outfit, but when he has his shirt off, I'm like, okay, sir, I know you've been working out. So I don't know if there's going to be more recaps to this season, but like it seemed like they did recap some things, but they didn't recap everything. Because so I understand when it comes to the recap, as with not just this show, but as with every show, when they do recaps, they specifically focus on certain subjects that are going to pop up in the non-recap episodes. So of course, they recap, the first thing they recap is the dynamic between the first user of All for One, and then his brother, the user of All for One. Or Freak. What did I just say? the younger brother and the older brother. The younger brother had the quirk One for All, and the older brother had the quirk All for One. The older brother gave the younger brother a stockpile ability, thinking that, as a joke, saying that like, oh, since he doesn't have a quirk, there's no such thing as like stockpiling something that's not there. But in actuality, the younger brother did have a quirk, which is a quirk of passing on abilities. So he had 2 quirks by the end of it, which led to what's happening right now. Then the younger brother goes into this story. And I've noticed this before. I know it was definitely in The Promised Neverland, but it was in another show that I watched as well, in which either 2 partners or 2 brothers read a story and both of them get a different, have a different perspective of what that story is talking about, right? In The Promised Neverland, it was a story of his ancestors, of their ancestors. One brother was like, oh yeah, I thank goodness for my ancestor to do this because it saved the human race. The other one was like, oh, our ancestor, it was an atrocity of what they did, right? So same story, both brothers perceived it differently and led them to different paths. Same thing with this, in a sense. The younger brother reads the story all the way through. The older brother only reads the section of where the villain is in control of everything. Now, of course, this story didn't lead to where their paths are at, but it does kind of tell us where they're at. And then, of course, the new versions of the younger and older brother are Shigaraki and Deku. Again, Shigaraki's thing first, and his dealings with Stain. Now, in the beginning, Stain and Shigaraki were so different in a sense of where everyone was wanting to follow Stain because he had convictions, or his convictions were real, and even though he was doing wrong things, he was doing them in the name of what he believed in, and other people found favor in that. In the beginning, Shigaraki just hated things, and he just wanted to take out the things that annoyed him. Which, I mean, they are sort of convictions, but just nothing as strong as what Stain had. And I know Stain's still around, right? Because in season 6, he's the one that helped All Might kind of get his head out of the gutter. Head out of the trash? Out of his butt? He helped All Might. So Shigaraki, because he finds Deku annoying, finds Stain annoying, and what they have in common is that they are both influenced by All Might. So Shigaraki is like, let's just freaking destroy All Might. And to be fair, Shigaraki has an extremely awful past. Let's be honest. Like, I don't want to go into too much details, but like the episodes that focused on his past and dealing with his family and how his family ended up, gosh, that was harsh. Like, I understand why he's so messed up. And the fact that All for One kind of morphed his mind into thinking this way. It sucks. What I do want to know is why this fight? Like, it's my understanding that this muscle dude got defeated in the last season as well. I know Kota's in the UA facility along with Deku. I mean, maybe this is the one time that he uses the smash like 1,000% or million, whatever the percentage was. But like, still, like, I don't know exactly what the significance of this fight would be, but they chose to pick this fight out of all the other fights. But yeah, that was my reaction to My Hero Academia Season 7, Episode 1. If you like my reaction, make sure to like and subscribe. If you guys want to know anything more, put in the comment section down below. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.